en la World Cup ahora.
But in this case, he's using the chunk splash to recover instantly. And then what a catch there from Osmo. We're going to look at another team here, Provoked and Imagine, who are so close to qualifying week after week, especially last week 8. But then Osmo taking on both Carnifex and Army by himself. Back on Imagine though is Osmo finally, because he doesn't have his shotgun reloaded, ends up going down. Imagine with the good attempt after we saw Provoked end up going down from fall damage, takes out Risk while in the storm, and then makes another storm play to kind of try to catch him by surprise, but it's not going to be enough. But it was so close. Zeke shot right here, and then look at this. He was so close. He already had his crosshair on his face, but no. Jorge is going to take the win just barely by milliseconds here, Zeke. This was so close.
Man, coming down there to the wire. Man, this is just what Fortnite is, right? Like, everyone's going to give it their all. Everyone wants to qualify, and that's the kind of stuff we're seeing. Let's take a look at the leaderboard and see how things are shaking out currently. I can't even read.
I don't know.
Den Magisk.
Magisk. I'm going to call him Magisk.
Great. And TTV on the Beast, we know you. You've been hanging out here at the top still, though. 7 games remaining.
Yeah.
This is pretty substantial. 3 victory odds right now, 100% win rate. Yeah. Wait, what?
That is ridiculous. 62 points. This might be flipped here. Games remaining versus matches played, possibly. Miss Benji, Fishy, and Mr. Savage, we've seen them week after week, and people are starting to, use that Fishy tag at the end of their name to get the good luck. But I mean, for Wolfies and Rojo were up here earlier. They've got 57 points now. They dropped Skite and Vato, who are just barely, I think they got 9th place twice in a row in the duos week. So that's one of the French-speaking duos that have not yet made it. We saw some of you guys go through before. And then some of these other guys, like Orc, we saw their win. And Dreda, who had the crazy performance in week 9. You guys watched it. Just unbelievable. So it's shaking. I mean, I'm already seeing Skite and Vato. I'm starting to get excited because they start to play better as time goes on. And we just have all but time right now. It's running down.
Yeah, for sure. I'm ready to get back in these games. Paula, if you are as well, I think we're going to send it back over to Sundown and Shy. Gentlemen, back to you and keep the action rolling.
Thank you so much, Zeke and Paula. All good, Shy, no worries. But I'm so excited, like you said. We saw so many of those guys up on that top board. It's so incredibly dense. 52 players in this lobby, 28 duos remaining, and again, the 4 final spots. We're coming down to it right now. That line, because the Mr. Savage and Benji Fishy duo have already qualified, would be 54 points. 51 was on the bottom. 3 points separating everyone. That's how tall you have to be to ride the ride. And Storm Surge is on again, Shaq.
Pressure's active. Pressure plant as well. The lava's hot. These skins look hotter, the guns look very nice as well with that new ammo that's on the shop as well. A lot of edits going up and around. Once again, Geyser's up in play. A lot of free rotation, free shots being taken too. But a miss coming in from Skeezy, very, very close to the opponent's head. Baller's getting shot down on Storm line. Once again, a very good position. A lot of people playing for pre-position advantage points and then milking those elims rather than getting them on the fly. The Geyser being baited now. Can the beams come through? White HP on that opponent. His fly gets cut short. Jarbo's going down now versus dual partner. We don't know. His finish is going to be coming out now as these sweaty soccer skins, Alex and Speezy, are just going to be tearing up this low ground, making sure no one's allowed to be this tall for this EU ride on the northeast side of the map.
And you see them actually able to get into the mid-ground. Alex was the player from the Winter Royale who hadn't played competitive before, which is always the duos, and said, hey, I'm pretty good at Fortnite. Through the open structure, has now been in all of these end games, but Speezy now going to opt to tarp away. We'll see the conversion happen onto Alec, and now has to make some tough decision in terms of loot. Is going to drop the heavy snipe in favor of taking the rift. Will he opt to fix anything else up? And you can see now, he's trying to go back through and just make sure he gets every possible
in these solo spots when you have to face up against other duos. Those spam weapons are always vital. That choice of keeping
Qué guapo, chaval, el
the
camuflaje que tiene este tío nuevo.
Speezy knows at some point is going to be a desperate motion on the low ground or mid ground in terms of making sure that spam is up on opponents' builds. So very smart decision there. As the Fnatic boys, Motor and V-Rox going to be looking at their own move at the bottom here. Have a Rift to go as well. Shadows available to get caught up after grabbing the Rift, but Motor misses out on those. Not sure if that will affect them later on. Once again, there are a lot of geysers and a lot of ways to trickle down from height to stay on top of rotation, but that might be a big hit to their loadout and overall play this game.
Because honestly, Shadows are the most consistent in terms of the utility tool, being able to rotate rotate and get high ground if necessary, and just make really clutch plays in a pinch. As you see, a lot of other people rotating the good old-fashioned way. It's Fortnite, the battle is building, and everyone is tarping up the side of pressure plate and trying to do damage because that Storm Surge is still active. You can see Motor and Barox about 9 points off that pace right now to be in the top 10, 12 points off qualification pace. What can they do to get themselves close to the Shadows we saw earlier? Will he be able to grab them? Is that another misgrab coming out from Motor? And we talked about the clutch and the pressure being on. Now actually missing himself on the chug splashes too, but doesn't matter. Call him an action hero as he slides down the side of the volcano and finds the
Very smart loot balance from those duels as well. V-Rox goes down, but he did have a slurp ticking while he let Motor play with those chug splashes. You know, it's easy to have a very efficient chug splash in duos, but on rotation, it's very hard to hit you and your partner. So very smart decisions there. Motor has to be smarter now in a 1v2 situation, using all his mats. Around 800 left now as people go down left and right. 26 people left alive, 18 duels, no placement yet. Once again, 7th zone, and a lot of pressure coming down on Motor. His shield getting knocked down, still has those chug splashes to use on the move, making sure that zone damage is not a problem. Shields are not a problem as he gets all the way back up to 100 HP. Once again, his early game was amazing. Get those guns out, but his life goes down as well to Bodai.
And he misses the top 15, so no placement points there. Vato and Sky are going to be happy about that, as Vato is still in the lobby. You have Ibu High now with the combat and the flame still rolling around in the ball. And Proxima Star, who was in the top 3, also picking it up there. And Proxima Star being the player who's been around forever, since like the original Summer Skirmish. So good to see his name back up there as Flybelt picks up Wraith's Guard, and we're closing in on the top 10. Buhai trying to find a decent amount of space there in the middle, but somebody is way up on Ultimate High as we're rotating around. Zeke gets blasted by Flavo in the back. Will the Elim come through? No, he's able to find the zone, but not able to pop it up, as now all of a sudden Old Man Melt, and 1-2 players up top. This is when you wish you had Shadow Bombs. Matsu and Ibu High on the mid ground. Ibu High gets that, but Proxima Star and his teammate just gets a rain down shot on the rest of the lobby. Ibu High trying to find some space to exist, but he's going to have to go back over now into the plant. There's only Ibu High in a 1v2, and that's not going to be enough. Fury Legend and Proxima Star going to close that one out. 6 elims and the victory round. That's how they were at 57 points. That's what got them up there, and hopefully they can keep on that pace to qualify.
They ended that game so fast, still had 9 impulses and 2 smoke grenades left at the end, but they decided to just give the lobby a whole haircut as we move in. Once again, the same zone. Geysers going up once again. A lot of launch pads can be saved on this 5th zone rotation. A lot of mats can just be saved as well when you're up in the air, not taking too many shots and basing up, going for these big vantage points as well. Benji Fishy now, the inspiration for a lot of duos in the EU region, getting their name switched for that good, sweet luck in terms of qualifying. He's getting checked on his edit, getting a little bit too close there, giving his fish hat a little bit of a haircut. A lot of heals being used on that as well. Could be a mistake that proves fatal at the end of the game.
And one thing I do like, though, is with how many more shields there have been in the games, is players are taking more risks. They're poking out more. They're looking for more trades. They're willing to go take fights because it's like, hey, if we don't get everything here, it's not the end of the game. As Nicholas finds a great double snipe onto him, that's what we talk about, always making sure you cover 2 layers. So what are they going to do? They're going to disengage you down and over 1 layer and make sure they're boxed up. They are already very close to the safe zone, not quite in it, so we'll need to rotate just slightly over, but have the guys there to do it. I mean, this lobby is stacked. You see Crew, Nairo, Milan, Osmo, Chapik, Snowda, like, jeez.
We got it. just yet, dropping just a few layers, but every layer you do drop, that's a box saved on mats. So moving diagonally this way is very smart, but also risky because you have a little bit less of protection from front. You just saw there Nyrox trying to get double sniped off of his position, but is dynamic in his box, saves that up. Utility now getting split from each duo, making sure each person has a nice exit plan in case that fire alarm sounds in their game and stuff hits the fan. Nyrox going to be looking out, up and around for any vantage points. 5th circle to 6th is that kind of stalemate time where you can look for picks. He gets a nice 33 damage shot on a duo moving down bottom. Aqua looking through his pyramid, looking for any information up on the map as well.
Yeah, and they're just trying to chill. They're just trying to hang out right now, doing everything they can to keep whatever amount of space and to get over on the far side of the zone right away. And that's one thing we've talked about a number of times. When these moving zones come in and you have utility, you want to pop it, get far side, box up, and then turn and see the rest of the lobby. Here's a prime example of it. That's white damage. You're going to follow it up right away with the stink grenade. You don't get away from that. He's going to continue pouring down the pressure, and that is Blood X of the 11 going down on the side. Brilliantly done, but can they convert onto it? The Storm will move past it, so they want to go over and try and get whatever mats as well as that siphon on it.
Once again, EU is so good at just using their utility and following up with shots. Nyrox now going down, unfortunately, could not cover his head up top. Very still smart plays there, playing off of his thing, saving that last one until he had damage rather than just using it for an impact in the game. Always make sure you're milking the most out of the stuff you have in your inventory. Benji now still alive with Savage, looking for a reload while the wall goes down. Very unfortunate there. That small mag size of the infantry rifle proving to be fatal in terms of getting that elimination point. Benji and Savage now in the same box, and caught up in a big community rift. Chapik's going down, getting knocked all the way, knocked in the rift beforehand. That Elam coming through though, that shield will go back up once that server starts moving and the Storm goes over that down enemy.
So he actually got knocked because that was the shot that he hit right before on him. That was the 87 tick. The Storm ended up then ticking him over and then getting it. That was that extension where it's a minute after you've damaged someone. But we have our top 15, so 3 placement points going out to everyone. The Fishies getting those as well, so on 5 points so far from this match. And also still 2 Shadow Bombs with a lot of maps, so they're going to be able to play for late as Andretta gets picked up. So did get the top 3 points going there from top 15, but not anything more there. Majin provoked on the mid tarp. You see I'm the Beast and Magisk posts on the high ground above him. Takeoffs just below. Zappy and Red Rush, another duo who have already qualified, just below. Anonymous 27, not to be confused with Anonymous 72. Just below Dementos here as he's tarping towards the side, trying to make it into the top 10.
A lot of mid-ground tarps coming out now. The zone will start moving in more awkward ways. A little bit of time for Dementos at the moment to see if he can put pressure down up top or down below. Putting vertical pressure upwards as a mid-ground tarper is very, very hard. His duo is down, but does have 6 eliminations. Pay over there. These guys have 8 in total. Looks like it's going to be 9 now, unless no, it was just a finish on Dementos. He's going to be going over on his tarp once again.
But it got him into the top 10, so it's fine that it wasn't his conversion because he still gets 2 points going there from knocking that team out right as the teammate went over. Now Dementos trying to find some room. So far they have gotten 13 points from this match, but they need to pick up the pace there. We saw the top duo was on 60 plus, being on 44, needs every possible points as 27 picks up Trox. Dementos still trying to tarp over, edits himself back in, finds an angle, but immediately gets cut off. Provoked finds the conversion onto 27, and Dementos is just gonna chill, popping that utility. And again, we've talked about it, just so many more risks and time you get there. As I was going to drop down, start to contest 1 shot, 2 shots, 3 shots. Can he find it? 4. Finally gets it after using 6 of the 10 combat shots there, but stops Provoked and gets it into the top 5. That could end up being huge, but Pulse and I'm the Beast working top down right now. Look at the chaos on the low ground. Kohash being picked up by Benji Fishy, and Evade ADDZ adds, closing him out there. Another player who has played in the skirmishes before. He's trying to find whatever space he can. Dementos blowing up. Adds there as now it's a 1v2. Dementos in the bottom right. I'm the Beast in the top right with his partner. Magi's Pulse. And there for the high ground. Dementos goes launch pad straight up. Max Bloodhead comes in. Can he build it away? Magis pops him off. Cementos trying to get back in the zone, but Magic pulls brilliantly done, so well executed, and that is why they're on the top, sitting up there currently with the 62 points.
What a close match going right down to the wire. One more shot is all he needed there, but it was not possible, did not connect. The duo does hold it down. Once again, this pattern, very smart solo play there, making sure he can pick up all the eliminations before the game ends, even though it's a 1v2 spot right here. Now we got Nauka and MXR, who are both chilling in their big base. Looks like next to Stormline as well, one of the best positions you can be in. Very nice loadout there for them as well. They've got the long range beam, the follow-up with the drum as well, and that crucial combat shotgun, which did get nerfed a little bit on the splash, but still the fire rate and that swap delay coming off allows you to make so many cool plays. They both are sitting on 0 eliminations at the moment, so they must make this effort to catch up near the end of the game.
Yeah, and just one thing in terms of the combat shotgun change, I feel like it's kind of mitigated just because of the removal of the shotgun timer. It ends up allowing you to kind of do, a lot of people call it the TPU classic, where you're ramping out and you're able to effectively tarp and shoot at the same time with very minimal amount of exposure. And I think it sort of makes up for the slight change in the range in terms of the tiles and how much damage it does. So the combat still being very strong in the current meta, but you can see MXR being able to push in, trying to find the conversion. Is some pressure from above and just goes for it. Gianni Jr. showing why it's not Gianni Sr. being taken down there outside the top 20. No placement points for you and a lot of time wasted in that lobby.
Just a dope reaction there to look up and then look straight up or straight ahead of himself. MXR just carrying that fight right there. Yuntos and Ryu now getting focused by the whole server. Very unfortunate when this happens. Stink's coming down as well, so that's going to be a very hard situation to get out of. Ryu now going down. Heiko getting his third elimination, putting him and Ono Kill together on the same or on 4 eliminations there, making sure their points get counted up. 35 points total at the moment. That placement point's going to be coming in, and 4 more duos coming down. 35 people left alive, so that zone surge will also be an option as well.
Yeah, and that was a high-value stake. And that's one thing you talk about, you know, it feels really unfortunate when you're getting focused by the whole server, but the reason you're getting focused by the whole server is because you're in an obvious 1x1 that was just rebuilt without priority on the next zone. If everyone is going to focus you, it's much easier to just pile in. You can hear the Rift go off left eye, trying to hit it, trying to do everything he can. Will end up finding it there. Storm Surge is active as we have 18 duos left and 34 players, so pretty much everyone has a buddy with them.
And then, yeah, absolutely. This is going to be a stacked team-based endgame at the moment. A lot of 4-gun loadouts also coming in together right now. Dan Zizzle going down on Shadow Nades. A lot of multiple high ground tarps. A lot of them go down. Cazorla is going to be up top. 1 Shadow Nade left on Heiko at the moment. Andre going down from Cazorla's high ground pick. He gets finished off. Heiko gets that big reward off of it. The mats, the utility campfires as well for the end game. Pickaxe is coming full swing, making sure every wall is theirs before they step on the next move. Not quite in zone yet, but that tunnel will be very proficient. We're talking about those combat changes as well before. That also changes the range of engagement, as now we have more ARs. The style of the game and how it actually flows as more people are basing up to shoot rather than shooting on the fly if they're not going to be able to box fight, changes the way people move around the map as well.
And it kind of has given a little bit of a resurgence, what we've seen so far, to the drum gun. It allows the drum gun to have a little bit more of that mid-range feel to it, to where it is going to help prioritize the combat shotgun, whereas before the drum gun very much so got forced out in terms of effectiveness as we hit our top 15, so 3 points going over from everyone, because why run a drum gun when you can have an FSA rifle and then the combat? But now there really is kind of a space that's between, like, it's closer to like 4 to 9 tiles where the drum gun just shreds. And even now you can see boom, tac AR, turn about face, 2 elims right there for Johnny Boy and Cazorla. Brilliantly done. Once those will end up tick over, they do have the top 15 as well, as Dance Hizzle gets forced out of the lobby. Proxima Star also gets down and everyone gets pulled up into the sky. We're closing in. Boom, top 10 next placement threshold.
6 chunk splashes still left. We haven't seen them use to their full potential just yet. get in these end-game storm heel-off scenarios. Proxima Star not going down, the high ground star of the last few games that we saw. A lot of wood builds means that these spam weapons are going to pack a wallop as Johnny Boy gets another knockoff on Ibu High, the baller player we saw from the other game as well. These rapscallions being sneaky, moving around in brick, metal, and wood. A lot of these big mats now finally coming out, making sure that spam gets stopped down, but more pressure vertically being put down as layer switches come down from their opponents as well. Johnny Boy getting that pickup, maybe not the elimination there, as Onokill also gets another one on top.
Yeah, it was a really good try from Janus there to disengage, dropping back out, but unfortunately was spotted. But Team Queso lighting up the top left as Zohan was able to find 3 elims, make it a 4th. As the Spaniards are just dragging their way almost into the top 5, but now Cazorla doing everything he can on the side of the zone. Johnny Boy is still up as well. Great 130 shot in the immediate replace. Kind of upset he didn't try and follow it up right away, but he does. That was Fury Legend. Proxima Stars duo is going to get taken out and outside of the top 5, so that's 2 points is leaving down there. 1 chug splash is tossed out there as we're closing in. 9 players left, 6 duos remaining, chat.
Yayas has all the pressure on him now to get that last placement spot. He is low on HP, but it is kind of free for that. As once again, it goes through 4 duos left now. MXR still alive. His dual partner as well is going to be a big fight on the low ground, and 1 person turning things from the high ground. Low ground, though, we do have almost 11 chug splashes available as these boxes get bursted into. Onokill going down to MXR. Another quick flick. Yayas going down. He tried to come off from high ground. Maybe he ran out of mats, but nothing worked out for him there. A 4-gun loadout. That heavy sniper still being available. Priority reload on it as well. 3 duos left. Looks like Naka is down at the moment. MXR moving up on the highest priority ground right now. There might be someone higher than him actually at the moment. Heiko and Johnny Boy on the bottom as well with Cazorla. We'll see what they can do. MXR is going to be controlling this fight at the moment. Heiko, these chuck splashes coming down from Johnny Boy and Cazorla. They have so many to use amongst themselves. They're finally going to run out. They're going to be a little bit late on the storm. Heiko going down. Johnny Boy and Cazorla are going to be fighting it out against each other as well. MXR is going to be pressured from the top. Johnny Boy goes down. Cazorla now has to avenge his dual partner and see what can be done here. Both people taking storm kicks. MXR coming down, but the heavy sniper is not enough as Cazorla wins that game out all the way, tarping in from that low ground position, making sure he pops off at the right moment, making the best decisions possible, clutching out that game for his dual partner.
It was all about the chug splashes. You called it early, but he went, he hung out on the low ground, and even though he got the siphon, EMXR was not able to close out the match just because he held zone, had the chug splashes, and had everything he needed. And that's something, again, a new mechanic. You can throw it, you can use it on your teammate, but because it's instantaneous HP, it changes what has now kind of been something that's been really solid in the meta for a long time. When you get to endgame, you know, hey, like if a person has a campfire plus bandages, I can do this. Or if I take 1 tick, I can get a med kit out. Or hey, if I get a siphon under 50 HP, like I'm guaranteed to close this match out. But it's just not enough. And now we're going to throw it back into the studio to Zeke.
Thank you guys so much, man. European action just never disappoints. Again, Sunan describing the chug splash recent edition. I think there's still more to this we haven't seen. I think players are still kind of developing strategies with it, and I want to see how they continue to improve upon using that splash. Now, of course, guys, before we go to break, let's take a look at the standings together. Let's get a sense of where things are, because we're moving into this final block of games. Right now, as it stands, the Lestream duo of Sky and Vato are sitting in that #1 spot. Now, you have talked about this, all right? You said these guys have been edged out several times, and the most recent time was to the Solary entire squad.
Yep.
You got to think they want revenge, right? They want in.
Yeah, in week 6 it was Hunter, Kinstar, and Airwax and Nikov, and then in week 8 it was, of course, Hunter and Kinstar again.
Yep.
But I mean, 2 duos weeks in a row, they got 9th place. Finally, Skype had some success in week 9 in the solos, so it seems that that success is carrying through here. They have 3 games remaining, 65 points, and this is just awesome there. Of course, we look down.
Hola, Leiko. ¿Qué pasa? Hola. Quédate, Leiko.
62 points is where we left them off in that game,
Quédate,
and
por
they're still
favor, Alex,
obviously
quédate. Mira, ahora como están hablando, voy a jugar 1, que es para a ver cómo edito y eso. Con el nuevo que me he puesto, pues ya está. Para editar. No tengo.
You play Minecraft, you play Minecraft, you play Minecraft.
Ya me perdió. Ya llegué a punto, soy un cero.
A ver, editar.
¡Oh!
No sé ni de qué va.
¡Hala, mira Wolfus! Una pizza, un taco. ¿Qué tal?
Minecraft, Minecraft.
What the fuck?
Ah,
vale, que tengo que ir por ahí.
Aquí lo pueden ver, señor. Aquí pueden ver. Así que, vamos. What is this? Why the fuck's this, man? Fuck's that?
What, chaval, no entiendo. ¿Qué tío, te editabas o qué? ¿O te tengo que dar un taca? What the fuck? ¿Por qué me voy a ir para allá?
What? Me mata un zombie, tío. ¿Por qué soy tan malo, tío?
¿Por dónde está esto? Ah, vale. Joder. ¿Y tío? ¿Por qué?
Informar sobre el jugador.
Tú, tío, esto va súper bien, A ver.
Si no te han pasado hackeando. Usa hacks. Hace stream todos los días. Enviar. Bisuke. Hola. Minecraft. Minecraft. Jan. Mec. ¿Qué?
Sabías que ya me lo has dicho, ¿no? El truco ese de...
¿Qué? Hola, me está muriendo. El Nico se tira pedos cada día.
Pues sí, vale, ¿qué pasa?
Pues sí, tío. Never, 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 never. Do play mouse? My claw. Voy a ir, ¿vale? Se acaba de cargar un caballero negro. De putísima madre. Pues chicos, lo siento, pero sí.
Joder, tío, esto que no editaba algo.
What the fuck's this, man? Fuck's this?
¡Joder! ¿Por qué antes me editaba tan rápido? ¿Sí? Tío, si estoy haciendo el mismo paso.
Tío, ¿por qué no lo construye, tío? contra el culo, por Dios. Estoy a un forgal mi dirección también. Se puede hacer en el pico. Tomamos una de las formas de la montaña de eso de Copa. Ya. Calladita. Ella calladita. Ella calladita.
This is huge too because he didn't have many kills, and yet Elam gave him a ton, so now he can actually go try and use that epic forward, see how things are going. I mean, Touchable, they're playing out of their minds right now. Look at him down below, so you got a few people in followers. The crowd is on lethal HP. So many people in that mid-ground target are now engaging Fremont. He's due part of 9 eliminations between them. They just hit top 10, 2 rounds of placement points. What in the world? A 14-point game or 15-point game?
We just talked about Camo and this is performance and Fremont and Kong right now making their way towards one of those. They push them up the leaderboards at 66 right now and maybe making a case for them to go to New York. Fremont and Kong, a little bit of a break right here. They're going to drop those turrets out, make sure that that's not going to be in the trap rotation. He's going to get it. The shot doesn't go in. Yes, he did go in, but not going to manage to do it. Finds back there regardless. And now his teammate as well. He actually finds Rubex too as they drop down all together, but it's now only Fremont. And look at this gaggle of players down below. I don't know if they're going to be able to all survive. Right now, Fremont does go down and is now Tuxing rolling against Edwin on his own. Tux goes down and already finds the shot. That's going to be the victory royale for Tux and Vorley.
They played that so well, right? Like, they just waited. They knew, and especially 8 eliminations. An 18-point game, this is massive. This also, we saw the other duo was at 62 points. They're now at 66. So you've got to thank the contestant for at least top 5. But for them to realize that the Berlin's down below, they're all fighting that low ground. Let's just hang out in the sky. Let's just do what we do best. Wait this out. And of course, everyone like Mr. Barrel comes to them. But look at this. Stompy and shaking here. The little thing right there. Forever. I mean, these guys, I don't know what else I can say about these guys. Like the fact that they've been on top of the leaderboards weeks in a row. You gotta think this is a favorite.
I'm looking at everybody using the hashtag Fortnite World Cup and all the predictions going in from New York, all the different personalities starting to make their opinions known. Everybody is putting Stompy and Shaking way up there, if not first and second, because they are dominating week after week, and I think we are in for a treat in this game.
Terrorize the lobby. They just, everything they do is about how can they just catch up and they make sure they're almost like squeezing the life out of you very silly, right? It's suffocating is like the word my mind went to, but it's kind of just like it's like they're bringing the wall. It is that, right?
Like when they do find an opportunity, they pounce so hard and so fast, and you have no time to react, and they just come from multiple angles, just like this, starting from above, Shinken on the bottom, and he already takes down one carries exactly. You see Shinken switching to him right now, he hits the ball right behind him, and he finds it, but does now need to make sure that nobody is going to take advantage of the fact that Stompy is down. You can see immediately editing him down all the way because he needs to change position. Everybody knows they just got elimination at bottom. I think Freddy and Snag right here are going to see if they can take advantage here. They're definitely getting a lead, so maybe that's enough for them.
I think they're going to get their hot off. And don't forget, Shinken actually has a chug gun in inventory, so he's going to be completely okay. He passes it over to Stompy. This is good. Now they have to have the 15 seconds. This is where things can get a little crazy, right? If they decide to challenge, Stompy is not fighting for victory right now.
A note there that Stompy went so far away from where that initial fighting was and goes all the way to the private spot, not only for the zone, but also for anybody trying to find out where you are. And here comes the launch pad from Stompy. They're going to move ahead. Ooh, a nice little short launch there by accident, you think, but I'll take it if I'm Stompy.
Absolutely. And just to really point, you know, these guys don't have something possible, right? They know what a chug gun sounds like. This sound cues are so very distinct. If you're sitting in a box and you hear that sound down below, you're like, we're going down. Let's make some edits. Someone's on critical. We're going to take them out. And that's why we move so far away to make sure no one moves his way. So
It is.
39 players, and now they're making a rotation. You got people out in front, which is good, and they're still staying close to the line. Just really going to maximize their efficiency here. A lot of people going down as well.
I think staying close by is something we're actually not really used to seeing from Stompy and Shinken. We see them trying to take over a lobby and get as many opportunities as possible. But what is that from Stompy? I mean, but one of the things that is very important here to note is their mobility is starting to look sparse. All that we see on Stompy right now is that Ryder Beautiful, they already used their shadow bombs, their launch pads, because of the position they were put in. They couldn't rotate earlier. So here, staying together, making sure they're as I say that, the Richie are the almost most valuable item at this point in the game because not only are people rotating in the congested zones, but they're not looking up because that first push in the movement, everybody is looking to see where do I need to go next.
They're slowly descending up. We've got Alpha there going to drop down below. So now they're going to make the decision. Someone just brought the entire structure down. This is, if the point guard wasn't inside you, look at Stompy. He's already trying to contest for the high ground. Shinken had to stop him just a moment to get that in. He's got this shadow bomb, but I don't think he wants to use this right now. He gets slammed behind. The circle's still ticking right now. He's just got to get himself in the circle. He doesn't even need a utility baller like a campfire that would help him right now.
That's what Stompy does. He's right on top of him now. So great, staying together. They're glued to each other. Almost in another elimination. First finding it before moving out. He gets stuck in the cone, but he's got to cover himself first. He'll end up going down the zone. So perfect play here from Shinken, and he's moving forward. And they did get an instant 15 just now as well with those two eliminations.
And just the way that Shinken is like fluidly chaining eliminations back to back. And remember, if you don't finish that player off, there's a little bit of time before the side can come through. The ball is back! Shut down! They're on 11 eliminations right now. They're about to hit top 10 Bala. They're playing out of their freaking minds!
Nebby, one of those players who was towards the top. Him and his teammate from Evade. Getting shut down here from Stompy and Shinken. Two people who have already qualified who are not playing for qualifications, but they're playing for keeps. Right now, they're showing off why they should be at the top of the leaderboard. And we just talked about it. We're like, where's Stompy and Shinken? Because there's nobody who qualified at the top of the leaderboard like we're used to seeing. But maybe after this game, things are going to change. With the Heavy Snipey coming in. Heavy Snipey?
Snipey, yeah, actually, Snipey coming through. But over there, they're also at 66 points. We've seen 3 duels now with that point value. And the Stompy's got to chain together these eliminations. Shinken is down, but it's okay. Stompy's been in positions like this before. He knows how to clutch his games up. The campfire's going well. He's getting back in that rhythm.
Getting back in that rhythm and achieving top 5 right there. That last place with pressure before the victory royale. So,
okay, I'm going to lose my freaking voice after that. I'm telling you right now. Stompy and Shinken are putting on a show. The European cues are done as well. It's a free fall right now. Also, Hughes goes down and rocks him up above Bala.
Just barely dodging that. And now he's up to 10, 15 total for this duo. It's a 1v1v1. He's hunting the player down on low ground, but he can't get in the zone. I think that's going to be the end because Patrick is looking right at him. Now, has the out of any placement threshold besides the victory royale. That is a performance for the ages and a reminder of why anyone should be scared of them going into New York City.
That ain't no real 20-point pancake, bro. That's a big old baby pancake. Let's just see what you like this year. Of course, guys, it's more Fortnite action. We got more games hopping in right now. But they're the dual partner. They've got their eyes set on another deal, seeing the box. I believe they've got double heavy snippers. That's how we clean this out. See the shot's gonna come out. Wait for it. That. Okay, so they're gonna break this wall. They want to get a little bit of a better vantage point. That's smart, right? Because they're over that little lip there. Nope, they're not there. But now you've made the heavy sniper run, right? Now what they're gonna do is like, well, they're looking to take shots. You know, the kind of launch pad.
I don't necessarily with that.
Bueno chicos, vamos a parar aquí el directo y adiós.